We are supposed to hold an examination meeting, and I thought I could first pre-record a kind of guidance meeting that will help us to hold a good discussion, because there is what we call a flipped classroom. A flipped classroom. You can provide in advance content of the issues that you want students to talk about when the time for the meeting has not yet started. And students will take their time to go through the content, after which when they appear in class, or when they appear for the meeting, they'll simply talk about what they have learned, or what the questions they may be having from the resources which they received in advance. So I'm of a view that I arrange for you a kind of Zoom-based conversation which will form the central points for our discussion when we meet. So I'm going to record this one and make it available to all of you to listen to or to watch, so that when we meet for our meeting, you will be in a position to have rich conversations, rich discussions concerning MUELE and the issue of assessment, or the issue of examination. So let me begin by first of all sharing my screen. I'm sharing my screen, and for you who do not know how to enter the Makerere University e-learning environment, you simply go up there on the top left in the address bar, and you type in MUELE, muele.mac.sc.ug, then you log in. When you log in, I mean when you enter, after pressing muele.mac.sc.ug, press enter. When you enter, it will bring you to this kind of page that has your username. If you don't have a username, you type in your username there, and then you come to the password and you type in the password. So let me type in my password so that I can be able to log in. So those two items, that is the username and the password, are what we call in our language the login credentials. The login credentials to the Makerere University e-learning environment. So after putting in those two, username and password, correctly, you now come to login and click on login. Below that, you click on login. We expect the system to drive you to what we call the dashboard. Dashboard. And the dashboard, like you can see on my screen, is that page which contains the courses, all the courses in which you are enrolled. Maybe you might be a teacher, the courses in which you are a teacher, the courses in which you have teacher right, the teacher rights, courses in which you have the teacher rights if you are a teacher. If you are a student, all the courses in which you are enrolled. For example, it may be semester 2 of academic year 2020/2021. So all of the course units for which you are registered for that semester will appear here on the dashboard. And like you can see for me, all of these are my courses. All of these are my courses in which I am a teacher. It means I'm a teacher for some courses in KAYES, College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. I'm a teacher for some courses in CES, College of Education and External Studies. I'm a teacher for some courses in courses, College of Computing and Information Sciences. I'm a teacher for some courses in course or College of Health Sciences, College of Natural Sciences there, and very many others where I am a teacher. So that is that. But important for you to note is that your dashboard may not appear like mine. It may not appear like mine. And if you want to go to your courses, the courses in which you are enrolled, then you come to the right-hand corner and click on colleges. So when you click on colleges, we have two alternatives. We have two ways of reaching the course unit that you want to enroll into, or reaching the course unit which you want to study. One of the ways, if you go here on the left, the top left, below the word dashboard, there is a box which says search courses, search courses. Now, if you know the correct course code and course name, but especially the course code, you just come to that box, click there, and begin typing the correct course code. So I've typed BOT1201 as a course code. When I go to the right of the box and I click on it, it will search for that course from the MUELE. So I've clicked on it and it has searched. When it searches, it brings me to this page. This page contains the search results. My interest is BOT1201 course of basic ecology, in which the lecturers are Dr. Collins Bulafu and John Bukenya. So if I want to go to this course, basic ecology, I just click on it. I place the cursor. I place the cursor on it like that and click on it. Because this is the home page of this course. You remember that whenever you enter anybody's home, you are always welcomed. You are always received with a welcome message. So the house style or format of the Makerere University e-learning courses is in such a way that the first page which you view on arrival is the welcome page. This welcome page, or what I call the home page of the course, contains the course code and course name. The announcements, there is a section below that which is called the announcements section. If the lecturer wishes to communicate anything to you, which is of academic value, academic importance to this course in particular, that lecturer will pass the announcement through this announcement section. From that section, the lecturer of this course unit gives you what we call the welcome message. Remember, I'm telling you this is the house style, the universally agreed format for organizing electronic or digital courses at Makerere University. Other institutions may have their own house styles or formats, but this is the one that we follow at Makerere University and which the National Council for Higher Education knows. So when you meet some of the elements or some of the components of e-courses at Makerere lacking or not organized in this way, then it means that lecturer is still developing that course. The course is still under development. But when you meet all the sections like this, welcome message, the resources and tools section with the number of resources given by your lecturer, the topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, and so on, up to the last topic of the course. If you find them there, including what we call also the activities, or online activities. If you find the quizzes there, if you find maybe some essays there, then you know that it is a fully developed course. If you find like the discussion forum or the discussion forums there, that is a well-developed course. And it always ends with the examination. Like you can see, the examination is there. So what I want to indicate to you is how you navigate up to this stage. How you navigate up to this stage. I decided to pre-record this meeting, this kind of conversation before our meeting to enable you follow the procedures so that you can reach each and every step and we move together. So that when we meet in the meeting, we shall just be talking about the most important issues. Now, because I am a teacher in this course, there are a lot of things I'm able to see, like you can see on my screen, some of which you students might not be able to see there because, like you can see under topic 1, there is topic 1 discussion forum, graded assignment, and down there, they have written that word, that phrase, hidden from students. The same can be seen in topic 2, hidden from students, here in this section, hidden from students. Then when it comes to topic 3 here, hidden from students. This means that you cannot view what I can view because you don't have the teacher rights, my course. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to first stop sharing my screen and I do something small so that I change from the teacher to the student. And I will share my screen again, showing you what you can see, what you are able to see on that side as the students. So let me stop sharing momentarily and I do something small here so that I change myself from being a teacher in this course to becoming a learner. So I'm going to switch my role and I become a learner in this course so that what I share on my screen is what you can also see. So let me share my screen again as a student in this course of basic ecology. I think you can see on the top right corner of this course, John Bukenya student. So I've now been re-enrolled as a student in this course. And our conversation will be flowing smoothly because we are at par. We are seeing the same things there and this way. So this is what you are able to see. Resources and tools section is there. Suppose we want to attempt an assignment under topic 1. Remember, Makerere University has decided to organize the allocation of marks to these e-courses in this way. There are 3 categories which have been chosen by the university, where students will be getting marks in each and every online course. The first category of marks is obtained from what we call online engagement. Online engagement here meaning the zeal, the frequency with which you participate in the course. For example, participating in the discussion forums, participating in replying to posts from your colleagues, participation in replying to posts from your lecture. You could give comments after doing some research, after doing some reading. Then you come to the forum, find what your colleagues have commented, and you reply to it. That is one way of online engagement with your peers and also with your instructor or facilitator. Another form of online engagement could be you yourself starting a kind of discussion topic. Instead of replying to the discussion topic, which has already been started, maybe by your lecturer or by a peer, by your colleague, you can also start something maybe you think is unclear to you and for which you need to get more enlightenment, not only from your peers, but also from your facilitator. And in this case, I'm going to show you how you engage in online discussions. Remember, I've said that is the first category of getting the marks. You do not just come to do the assignments and maybe the examination and finish. No, you have to be seen, to be actively engaged with your fellow learners in the course, and also not to take many days without visiting the course because you might miss some deadlines. The good thing is that there is what we call learner analytics. Learner analytics is a kind of tool which is used by MUELE to monitor your online presence in the course, your online interaction with the other students in the course. So your lecturer can go in that section of learner analytics, and he or she will be able to see, the lecturer will be able to see your involvement, your engagement in the course, lack of which you might be penalized by losing some marks of online engagement. So that is one category. Another category of getting marks is attempting the assignments. Attempting the assignments. You can attempt the assignments by ensuring that you read the instructions being given by your lecturer, and then you come to that section of assignments under the topic 1, and then you begin attempting it, submitting within the set deadline. I'm sorry, I've not been sharing my screen because there is something small I was doing so that I switch back to becoming a student in this course. There is something which I had to do. And now I'm going to share my screen, having done what I wanted to do in this course. So I was saying, we can get marks. Remember, the word assessment is all about measuring your achievement, academic achievement in a topic, during the course, or at the end of the course. That is assessment. You can even be assessed before the course begins, what we call diagnostic assessment. The lecturer may be interested in knowing your prior knowledge and experiences about the course, and he or she may pose certain questions which are aimed at discovering how much you might be knowing about the course, the knowledge and experiences you are bringing into the course that can be exploited, that can be tapped into by your fellow learners. So the lecturer may do diagnostic assessment before the course. And as the course starts, or when the course has just started, the lecturer may do what we call formative assessment, topic by topic. For every topic he or she handles, he may be interested in giving you graded or ungraded assessment, which could be in the form of a quiz, in the form of an assignment for which you have to prepare a document and upload and then submit in MUELE. Or the lecturer may be interested in giving you an assignment where you have to respond or to give your feedback by typing directly in the assignment text space that is left in the system. You respond directly. There are very many ways of assessing you, but when you assessed during the course, then we call that formative assessment. Formative assessment. And in most cases, in online learning, formative assessment is also graded, depending on the grading policy of the university. The last format or the last category where you can get your marks from online courses is summative assessment. Summative assessment is also called the final examination. The final examination or summative assessment normally comes at the end of the course, But some lecturers may choose to give a mid-term assessment or a midterm kind of examination, covering the topics which have so far been completed. And then the other assessment, the other summative assessment could come at the end of the course when all the topics have been accomplished. So that is called summative assessment. So still depending on the examination and grading policy of the university, there are some marks which you can get. At Makerere University, for example, the summative assessment of final examination contributes 60%, 60%, sometimes 70%, 70% of the final grade or the final score. So what I wanted to show you here is that if we begin from the word go, from the start of the course up to the end of the course, there are a number of categories of activities as far as assessment is concerned that we have to do, that we have to complete in time in order to receive all the different components of the marks, that will finally be integrated together and make your final score, the overall score out of the course. So I want to begin with the first category, which I have already hinted on, and this is online engagement. Online engagement. So when you go to the different topics under the course in which you are enrolled as a student, just like me here, I'm enrolled as a student in this course of basic ecology. Below the topic name, you will find a lesson. And this lesson, or we can call it a lesson handler, begins with a statement: click here to learn about. Click here to learn about. This means that this is an active link. It is an active link because when I place my cursor there, on pressing the cursor there, it becomes highlighted or underlined. Meaning, when I click on it, let me click on it, it will take me directly to the introductory, to that topic, introductory principles and concepts in ecology. Now, important for you to note is that you will see a comment, a kind of comment, 2 sentences here, below the red sentence. It says, you have seen more than one page of this lesson already. Do you want to start at the last page you saw? Do you want to start at the last page you saw? The most appropriate response should be no. Why? Because you are interested in seeing from the first content page. So if you click on no there, like I've done, it will be able, the system will take us directly to the first content page. These are known as content pages because this is where we find the content for that topic. And in MUELE here, we organized the content pages simply into 2 for every topic. With the first content page, like this one displayed on your screens, containing only 2 components of the topic. The first component is known as the topic learning outcomes. The topic learning outcomes. And under the topic learning outcomes, we find there what we call the indicative content. So this applies specifically for only this topic. The learning outcomes What is that you are supposed to know? Which competences, which knowledge, which skills, which values and attitudes am I supposed to go with as a learner by the time I complete this topic? Those are the topic learning outcomes. Then indicative content is simply a breakdown of the subtopics or the sub-themes under that topic, which you are supposed to read further, to read in detail about. So after that first content page, we now navigate to the second content page by clicking on the word next. This next here is a kind of navigator. It helps us to move to the following content page. So when I click on it, next, this is what I'm able to see. That is what I'm able to see. I am directly taken to the second, content page. This is what we also call the activities page in MUELE. In our language of e-learning at Makerere University, we call this one the activities page, or in full you can call it the electronic activities page. But it is the page where you'll find the resources that you have to be engaged with. For example, some notes to read from your lecturer, some videos to watch about this topic from your lecturer. They have been carefully selected by your lecturer and availed to you here in the system for reading or for watching or listening to. Some of the reading material or the text material could be journal articles that lecturers have selected. It could be a book chapter, and the lecturer will specify for you the page numbers that you have to read. It could be a mini lecture in the form of PowerPoint slides, which your lecturer uses for teaching in class, for lecturing in the lecture room or lecture theater. It could be a Microsoft Word document or a PDF document, which your lecturer has organized for you to get the notes for this topic. So all of those are found in this section of preparatory research. So you can see under preparatory research. But before preparatory research, the activities page begins with that section of purpose. Why should you study this topic? Then over to you. What are you expected to do in order to complete this topic? So preparatory research is a must-read section, much as other sections are also a must-read, but this one is a must-read section. For example, your lecturer has organized the preparatory research or resources by saying in number 1, to learn about the scope of ecology, community ecology, read the chapter that to 34 of that book by that biology 2nd edition available here. So that means as you, the student, you don't just need to panic or to rush through. Go to that here, which is active, because you can see when I place my cursor on it, it shows that it is active. So when you click on that here, like I've clicked on it, we expect a certain document to open. And that document is this one, the scope of ecology. The scope of ecology. Let me show you what has appeared. What has appeared is this, the scope of ecology. It is what has appeared. So this means that your facilitator, your instructor took time to go through this resource, the scope of ecology, like you see it here. He or she found out that the content in this resource is important, is good for you to learn about the scope of ecology. Like you can see it there. And therefore I decided to refer you to it in MUELE. The lecturer decided to refer you to that resource in MUELE. You can see the review questions are also there. There are some review questions. So there are also critical thinking questions after reading the resource. They also provided you with something like glossary. So ladies and gentlemen, like I've been saying, learning is learning and knowledge is no longer found in the notes of your lecturer alone. Knowledge is no longer found with your lecturer's notes alone. We can get resources from Harvard University and we use them here for learning at Makerere University. We can get resources from Oxford University, from Cambridge University, or any other reputable institution of higher learning. And when the lecturer finds out that that resource is very nice for you to explore or exploit, the lecturer will bring it in his course and will also be able to enjoy it. You can see on number 2, to learn more about the concepts and importance of ecology, read mini lecture 1 available here. And when I click on here, it takes me to this mini lecture, which is in a Microsoft Word document, So you see the mini lecture, it is there. Introduction to ecology. This was prepared by your lecturer, and it is a supplement to the other first resource that gave you. Let me simply go through it. Of course, you are at liberty, you are free to even print. You can print this work, which the lecturer has provided, and you have a hard copy for yourself to do further reading. So that is what I wanted to show you, that the lecturer may give you what you call a mini lecture. That may be a PowerPoint presentation or PowerPoint slides, or it could be a Word document like this one. So you go now to another resource, number 3, to have an appreciation of the importance of basic ecology and the challenges it faces. Listen to the podcast, Ecology Everywhere. What is ecology? Okay, available here. So if you want to listen to this podcast, then you come to that here and click on it. So when I click on here, I am taken directly to this podcast. I'm seeing something like a podcast here that Dr. Bulafu wishes us to listen to. So we are going to play the podcast, which is titled, "What is Ecology?" Let me click on it. Okay, here it is telling me play. And I'm going to continue.
Welcome to the Ecology Everywhere podcast, where early career ecologists get to discuss anything remotely related to their research or their life as graduate students. An unfiltered, short-form discussion to get to know who hides behind the next groundbreaking ecological research, and to tell us a bit more about a subject we naively thought we mastered. Today, our guest is Sammy Renshaw, a master's student at Dalhousie University, working on conservation of marine protected areas for elasmobranchs. Perfect. So the first thing we start with typically is an elevator pitch. So what would be your best elevator pitch for a class of undergraduate students?
Oh, you got me sweating here. All right, I haven't done that in a while. So basically my research looks at determining the effectiveness of marine protected areas for elasmobranch species. So that being sharks, skates, and rays. And so I was inspired to do this because, we create these large protected areas where we might exclude fishing, we might exclude certain kinds of boat travel, those kinds of things, but how effective are they actually at conserving the species within them? And particularly, there are a lot that are made around the world that focus on sharks and rays in particular. And if we're creating these really large areas where we're excluding a big chunk of the population from entering, are they actually working or not? So that's what my research is looking at. And I focused it for ease basically in Canada, but it's also warranted because there was a new protected area that was designated based on evidence that there are species of elasmobranchs of conservation priority in those areas.
And so we continue with
awesome. Thank you very much for
our discussion.
And I think it was a really quick, almost like you prepared it. So I had a question. I was wondering about the elasmobranch was a group I didn't hear about it. Of course, we know sharks, skates, and rays, but I didn't know they were part of the same group in that sense. I was wondering.
Okay. So that was that. It is a podcast. Excuse me. So we can continue to the fourth resource. To further learn about the main concepts of ecology, watch the video available here. And when you click on that here, it will take you to that video. At times these videos have adverts and you have to skip the advert. You click on skip advert and it will take you to the content.
Let's start by looking at the whole thing, the ecosystem. An ecosystem is made up of all the communities that live in it, every single organism from big to small, and lots of environmental factors like sunlight, shade, the woodland, streams, and other things. An ecosystem is defined as a biological community of interacting organisms and their physical environment. A habitat is an area or environment in which an organism naturally lives. So the woodland in this example.
Since it is a mere demonstration, I just want to show you just a few seconds of how each of them works so that you do not have to skip anything that your lecturer has selected as a good resource. You don't have to skip anything your lecturer has selected as a good resource.
Under the topic on ecology, and the subtopic are the concepts of ecology. But before that, we can have the following lesson goals, whereby by the end of the lesson, you should be able to find several terms that's used in ecology. As you can see, we have got concepts of ecology. But before that, we can have some introduction on actually some aspects of ecology, whereby we can say ecology is the study of the internal relationship.
So what I want to show you is that if you maximize your video to cover the whole screen, you go to the bottom corner, the bottom right corner, and you click on minimize screen. When you click on minimize screen, you now use the back arrow, this one which says click to go back, which is found at the top left of your screen. So when I click on the back arrow, it will take me directly back to MUELE. So I'm now back to MUELE. And my concern today is to show you that after you've watched, you've read, you've taken summaries, don't just read. Read as you take down some summaries in your notebook to enable you answer these activities which are following, or to enable you do some critical reading, to try to question, try to interrogate these things you are given under resources, so that by the time you have a meeting, maybe with your lecturer, you will be able to ask constructive and relevant questions that indicate that you did some thorough reading. So the activity to learn about the scope of ecology. Okay. Okay, this one did some repetition, but my interest is in going to what we call doing the activities, doing the electronic activities. The activities mainly begin with a discussion forum, but in this topic, he never indicated a discussion forum. But maybe we can go to this one, which he calls activity 2, which says, now that you've done the activities in this topic, answer the ungraded quiz available here. So you click on that here, and it will take you to the quiz. It will take you to the quiz. Remember, this is just a demonstration. And here they're saying, sorry, this activity is currently hidden. The activity is currently hidden. That means that the lecture has not yet opened up that activity. Maybe I can go back to MUELE and I open up that activity so that you are able to see that activity. Let me go back and open it up so that you are able to see that activity. So I'm going to open it up because it was hidden from students, meaning students were not able, you cannot be able to see that activity under topic 1. And since I had also enrolled as a student, I have to first unenroll and re-enroll as a teacher so that I get the rights of showing that assignment. Now, now that I'm now enrolled as a student. Let me share my screen again so that we can be able to see the screen. To see the screen, and we see assignment 1. So remember, we went to the lesson. We said no, and then we clicked on next here. And from next, we are taken to the activities. And one of the activities this lecturer wishes us to do is attempting assignment, an assignment, what he has called ungraded reflective quiz available here. So when I click on here, under that number 8, when I click on there, okay. It seems the activity is not yet there, because had it been there, okay, it is here. It is here. It is here. It is saying review the origin of the term ecology. That is the assignment. Identify the personalities and developments over time that have led to the present day science of ecology. This means that this is an assignment for us to attempt. It's an assignment for us to attempt. And I'm going to show you how that assignment could be better attempted. How that assignment could be better attempted. Let me go back to my dashboard. You know, some of the courses are still under development, and some of the activities you are supposed to do are not well designed, or they're incomplete, or they are still under development. So let me open this course of College of Natural Sciences. The course that I've opened for the College of Natural Sciences is going to show us 2 things: how we engage online, and number 2, how we can attempt an assignment. So I'm going to enroll in that course of natural sciences as a student, and I share my screen with you again. So let me share my screen with you. Here, I've shared my screen. This is Dr. Mayende's course, which I think is better than the other one of Dr. Braff. And the first online engagement we talked about under topic 1, click here to learn about. When you click there, you click on no. This is how a well-organized course completed has to look like. Content page 1, content page 2 is this one. We've navigated to content page 2, but I was talking of these resources. You have to read through the resources. And now we have to do the activities that I told you. The first category of activities is this one, which we call online engagement. That was not in the other course of basic ecology. So here they are telling you, as a self-employed manager of a small business, your colleague advises you to start using computers in the company. In the Unit 1 discussion forum here, and that here is active, give one advantage of using computers. You click on here. When you click on here, it takes you to the discussion forum. And they are saying this forum is to have discussions of that topic, introduction to computers. Remember, the topic was telling us, give one use of computers. And all these people have responded. All these people have responded. Now, before you give your other contribution, you can come to one of these students, one of these participants in the course, and click on what they have submitted. For example, there is an Anthony Kenny. Anthony Kenny submitted something. So when you click on his submission, it will take you to what he wrote in the discussion forum. Okay, did I click on Kenya? Okay, Kenya was replying, I think. The first one was this. Arnold Sekago said, computers support, manipulate, and disseminate information. Then Kenya said, for research, entertainment, and business purposes. Now, for you to engage with this Kenya or the first Sekago, for you to engage with Sekago or with Kenya, just come to the end of the post. Come to the end of the post and find at the extreme right the word reply. Click on it. And when you click on it, you'll say, you can even use his name and say Arnold. You can say Arnold. Can you please clarify further on how computers are used in manipulation? Because one of the answers he has given is to manipulate information. So you can choose one thing of your interest and post something to him. And Arnold, can you please clarify further on how computers are used in manipulation of information? Then you come down below that box on your left and click on post to the forum. Post to the forum. So your colleague Arnold Sekago will be able to see what you have asked, your question, or your supplement, or your whatever, your comment. Anthony Kenya says for research, entertainment, and business purposes. Still, I can come here and reply to this Anthony, and I will say, Anthony. You see, the problem these days is that people have spent too long under the lockdown with much restricted movements, I do not think avoid using too much abbreviations when you are engaging online. This is not WhatsApp. This is not Facebook. This is a discussion forum for the Makerere University e-learning environment. So avoid using jargons which are non-academic. Avoid using abbreviations. Write things which are succinct, precise, and clear. So you can say, I do not think that entertainment on computer, will find an audience or market, because people are tired and wish to have physical entertainment sessions away from their homes. You could post something like that, and after that you say post to the forum. Now avoid writing too many sentences and very many words, because research in e-learning or online learning indicates that when you put a lot of text material online, readers will tend to be bored and may not read everything. They may just read the first, second, or third sentences and give up. So my advice is that be succinct, be precise in your engagement online, in your interactions with your peers and with the facilitators. So these are some of the ingredients of what we call online engagement. And like I've already told you, in online engagement, you are expected to respond, to reply to what others have posted. But you can also originate your own posting to which others could reply, to which others could reply. So that is online engagement. The learner analytics section, which I've talked about, will be indicating to your lecturer your engagement in the discussion forums. Whether you are engaging or not will be seen by your lecturer somewhere under the learner analytics. That is online engagement. If you want to do an assignment, if you go to ETVT 1.3, if the course is well structured, the assignment should look like this. You'll be told, please access the assignment here. That is an active here. When I click on it, it takes me to the space where the assignment has been placed. And the assignment is saying, using an example of your choice, explain how computers help in work. Do not mind about the question, but just mind about the procedure that we have to follow to submit the assignment. And what we wish to show you here is that as a student, as a learner, a space is left for you to submit. But like for me here, I've already submitted something. You can see my name here, assignment 1 document. It means I cannot redo this assignment because there is only one chance which is given. But basically what I did, I went to my computer and typed something as an answer to this question, how computers are used in work. I typed something separately outside MUELE. I saved it with this name, John Bukenya assignment 1, and I saved it in Microsoft Word. So I came back to MUELE and uploaded. There is a space there which says submit or upload. So I uploaded the assignment and the system told me to look for the file. When I looked on the file, I double clicked on the file, and then it came and sat here. So when it comes and sits here, it tells you to confirm if you are the original author of this work. So when you click on that confirmation that you are the original author of the work, it will tell you down submit, and you click on submit. Then your work will be received by your lecturer. So that is one category of assignments. The other category of assignments, which is found in assignment number 2. So let me go back to the dashboard here, and I show you assignment number 2, which we have to submit, not by making a separate document in Microsoft Word, but by filling in directly here in MUELE. So we are going to see assignment number 2. But let me first make that assignment visible to the students. I want to make the assignment visible to the students so that I can show you how that nature of assignments is submitted into MUELE for it to be graded by your lecturer. Okay, so I've already made it available. And now let me go back to my role as a student in this course. And I'm now sharing my screen. I'm now sharing my screen. You can see under topic number 2, social media. Topic number 2, social media. We can access the assignment still through the lesson. It says click here to learn about social media. And I told you when it takes you to this comment, in order to see content page number 1, click no. You don't want to begin at the last page. Click on no. So the first content page is that one. It shows you what is in topic 2. I mean, yeah, topic 1 of social media. So when you click on next, it takes you to the activities page, which is this one. You've already, assuming you've already read through and listened or watched the video, then you come to do assignment number 2, individual assignment, how social media can be used in education. You can click it. You can click on here to get that assignment, or you can go direct to where you see assignment 2 and click on it, assignment 2 here. So when I click on assignment directly, I'll be able to get something like this. But it shows the submission status, meaning that I attempted that assignment as a student. I attempted it as a student. But assuming I hadn't yet attempted it as a student, down here, you would see something, submit assignment, and space would be left for you there. Space would be left for you there. You type in whatever you've typed, click on submit, and this is the submission status that you receive from the system, confirming to you that your lecturer has already seen your answers for assignment number 2. So that is what I wanted to show you for assignment number 2. Now, the last component or the last part that we can look at, the last part that we can look at is how to attempt an examination, how to do a final examination. And remember, if we go to our colleges and we want to do the final examination, for instance, I may be in the College of Education and External Studies. Let me first stop sharing and I change something small because I had been enrolled as a teacher. Okay, I think I can first keep myself as a teacher. So if you want to enroll in any course unit, you look for your school. You look for your school, and here we belong to the Institute of Open Distance and E-Learning. But unfortunately, under the Institute of Open Distance and E-Learning, we do not have any of the Bachelor of Science external courses. So we are going to look for our courses from another college, which is known as the College of Natural Sciences, which is CONUS. And when we go to CONUS, we scroll down and you look for your school, but for our case, we go direct to our course. Our course is there. Our course is there from year 1 up to year 4. And every year has got semester 1 and semester 2. And since we are in semester 1, all the course units are indicated here that we do in semester 1. When you go to semester 2, all the course units are indicated there, which you have to do in semester 2. So for you, your task is to simply enroll as a student in one of those courses. In one of those courses, enroll as a student in any one of those courses. So if you are an outsider and you're not known by your lecturer, for example, introductory microbiology. Okay, let me go to the semester 1 courses. Like here we have a course known as Calculus 1. They will not allow me to enroll because the teacher does not know me. So when you click down there, enroll me, there is that enroll me. You have to request for the enrollment key from your lecturer. Enrollment key from your lecturer. So if you enter the correct enrollment key in that space of enroll me, it means you will be able to enter the course. You see, even Dr. Eva Zawende is asking for an enrollment key. But you can only see the details of the course only after you are enrolled in that course. And then you can do the other activities. You can even do the end of semester examination, which we've been talking about. Going back to our demonstration course, which is the last section, I want to show you how we can attempt the final examination in case you've been enrolled in that course. How do you attempt the final exam? For the final exam, we just directly go down to the end of the topics. So when you scroll to the end of the topics, you'll find there something, end of semester examination, end of semester examination, end of semester quiz. When you click on it, end of semester quiz, it will take you directly to this page. It will take you directly to that page. If you say attempt, if it tells you attempt, the questions will come and you will be timed. You will be timed. You go to the next page. The questions come. You fill in the answers to another page. The questions come. You fill in the answers to another page. Questions come. Fill in the answer. And now at the end of the examination, you will see something, finish attempt. Finish attempt. When you click on that finish attempt, it will tell you to submit, and click on submit, and you'll be done with your examination. You'll be done with your examination, and then you receive a feedback. You receive a feedback either immediately or after some time by the end of the attempt, by the end of the attempt of the examination. So I wanted to show you how you will be doing online examinations. The last component of our conversation here is what you'll be required to do. This is what you'll be required to do for the final examinations that you hadn't yet completed, that last part of how to attempt exams. But when it comes to the beginning of semester 2, the next semester, you'll have to begin the entire online course afresh. You'll have to begin the entire online course afresh from the start of the course. That is by getting involved in discussion forums under every topic, which we call online engagement, replying to colleagues' submissions, and also giving your own comments to which others should reply. So if we do that, we'll get some marks of online engagement. Then you have also to look for and attempt all the assignments in the different topics of the course. That is during semester 2 online studies. And then at the end, you will do the summative assessment or the final examination. So that is what I wanted to share with you. And I wanted to inform you that these things are doable. It is very possible for you to engage in those things in formative assessment and also summative assessment, so that you are able to get all the marks from the start to the end of the course. And I wish you good luck. I wish you good luck. Maybe when we meet in the meeting, we'll be able to go through some of these things which I have hinted on, how to study online and how to do exams online. I think I can stop recording. I can stop the video.